Today's top news headlines. Man arrested with huge cache of drugs worth rupees 2.50 crore. Manipuri University students demand online examination, log PG blog in protest. And birth of Manipuri cinema celebrated as Mummy Numit. A very good evening and welcome to Pony Television English News at 7 p.m. I'm Loving RIMAI giving you the latest news update. 5 teams of Manipuri Police Special Commando Unit arrested a man and seized huge cache of brown sugar, WY tablets and opium worth rupees 2.50 crore in the international market from his possession at Motbungpang Mall in Kangpokpi district on Friday. Rupees 2,700 in cash was also seized from him. The man has been identified as Pauminlen Haukip, aged 35 years, son of Otmang Haukip, resident of Mori Ward No. 9 in Tengnopal district. Police say that as part of the war on drugs, the commando teams conducted normal frisking and checking at Motbungpang Mall when the drug seizure took place. The teams led by Subadar Bibekananda Singh, OC Special CDO Unit, Kabesoy assisted by Jamadar and Michael Singh, carried out the frisking and checking under the overall supervision of DH Krishnatombi Singh, SP Railway and in charge Special Commando Unit, Manipur. The arrested along with the seized drugs was handed over to Saparmaina Police Station for further necessary legal action. Students of 3rd semester of Manipuri University DMU locked PG block today, protesting against the order issued by the authority and teachers of DMU for conducting offline examination. The protesting students said all the academic process will be stopped until an agreement is reached. 3rd semester students of GP, DM Science, DM Arts and DM Commerce blocked the offices of Vice Chancellor and Registrar DMU during the protest. Taking part in the protest, a student named Hesnam Momocha condemned the notice for conducting offline examination for Master's 3rd semester in May, even though the classes were held online. He said they are interested in offline examination, but as the classes were held online, the upcoming examination should be held online. Momoja also said the syllabus could not be covered due to the network problem coupled with absence of teachers who were tasked with election duty. In such a situation, the students want offline examination, he said.
Adu mayam do ngarang nahandi date 8 ta meeting toraga akhoigi oiba positive response pirakani haina thajana leramba adu date 8 se meeting torba matungda authority gi side tegi exam togodoriba PG 3rd semester gi examination asi physical mode haina oina ona tainaba rom do oina satra leiriba satra mayam sigi interest sigi ako kaino da mayok to oina notice thokpirak pa siga makhatana mamang su khoi class notice sema thokti phawdi class boycott tawsage nang class boycott tawduna lakane makhata pa step oina hujik authority amasung oja singna mahiroi akhoigi damakta khanbi dabida khanbadi saraga khanbi dabida akhoigi mayokta leirabani PG especially PG 3rd semester gi student mayam changaga ngasidagi tawgadoriba university gi thabak thoram khudimak boycott tawsinjar.
15th anniversary of Mummy film was celebrated today at Manipur State Film Development Society MSFDS in Imphal. Manipur Art and Culture Commissioner of M. Joy Singh, film critic Megachandra Konbam, and Film Forum Manipur President of Mangoljao Singh were present at the event. Addressing the program, S. Mangoljao stated that the journey of film industry is not an easy one. Thus, he said, new artists in the industry are following the steps of the experienced artists. For a successful and long-lasting Manipur film industry, people in this field need to make movies for the love of movies, he added. The birth of Manipuri cinema was celebrated as Mami Numit as part of the Golden Jubilee celebration of Manipuri cinema. It was 50 years ago, on April 9, 1972, that the first Manipuri feature film, Matamgi Manipur, appeared on the silver screen, thereby putting Manipur in the cinematic landscape. Floral tributes were offered at the Ningsing Numbi Manipuri Cinema Memorial Stone of Manipuri Cinema erected inside the Manipuri State Film Development Society MSFDS complex on the occasion. The 20-meter-tall monolith was unveiled at last year's Mami Numit, coinciding with the inauguration of the Golden Jubilee celebration.
Mami Numit lapas day koina. How kraba a queen lamzin na topiraba, lay kidraba, lay riba. Queen maxia koina. Luina ikai kum the upam toi hyper pandam sidani, Mashi, Pumna Maxi Torum Siki, holding Manguina. Aquina Lake Hidraba, Tawaikaya, Vidamota Kiliba, Mitam, Numbia Sida, Aquina, Maira Katana, Eduga, Lay Shukatana, Equini, Kaikuna, Ulibse, Equigi, Topum Topa, Itoduni. Masipang Toba Matunda, Equina Carito, Gadegi Habit Equina, Mapam Sida Equina, Masi, Nangna Riba, Haina Riba, Naina Riba se, Masi, Yam Darkaro, Madam di Equine society, Maruan Mandy Maitei Habizati said, Punsen Basia Waba, Adra Sukuma Tobak Tora Mama, waiting a twin is the Equity Pulo Ganda, I could Karamakadi, I could be taught me, the accents down over Nano with the Antarkariba.
Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain 2022 program has begun today at Royal Academy of Law Oinam under Ministry of Education. The program, which started on March 31, will continue till November. Royal Academy of Law Oinam Chairman Laidram Radhakishore, Secretary Irangbam Jugeshwar, Principal Eliza Maisnam, and teaching and non-teaching staffs attended the program. Tree plantation, poster campaign, and other activities were carried out in village areas as part of the event. Lashram Radhakishore during the program said that Manipur in the past witnessed 6 months of rainfall, but now the state has experienced scanty rainfall. He called for protecting and preserving water bodies to help cope with future water crisis.
Door campaign chatpa loinana river bank sida u thajanba ekoi save the water haibase machine main weba thim se masida ehang appeal tawjaning ba se ekoi Manipur gumba state asidi no marang kaina tabu mafam ne chahi id 24 months sida 6 ekoi gi 12 months sida ekoi 6 months sidi nong ta thatruk nong tai thatruk ekoi ikang lei hairi ba thatruk nong tawa matam sida tarakli ba nong si ekoi na singi value se khangna any jagada say koigi rainwater harvest cyber scheme ki makhada yum da waisanu yum da gi tarakpa nong waisanu aigi mafam sida taba any jagada leri ba sing singa se shape tauna chahi amagi waina khoina sinaba yanana bagi thambagi tangai fadaba du lakpa maramde wall sida hojik se water crisis lakpa hojik se sing leire mi puna mag imthong gi mi puna mag sing thong khuding mag se khoi sing leire ga sinabagi tangai fadaba lakpa.
Royal Academy of Law Oinam Secretary Irangbam Jugeshwar appealed to everyone to stop construction of community halls over lakes, rivers and other water bodies.
Water harvest ogdage haibasi ekoi masigi hajaba program ama ekoi amuka expert kora koi sinjagini loina na ekoi gi law college asidasu koi achoba reservoir ani sanana bagi koi sam thaba lojare maramdi haiba singse sahi chupa koi ising leidana thaknana bagi damakta aroiboina ina appeal tawjaridi ngasi participate tawriba oja sing chhatra singse tongan ba mafam dagi lakpanina masigi program gi saruk amoina ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯌꯨꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯡꯒꯪꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯁꯍꯔꯗ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯣꯗꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯂꯣ ꯀꯣꯂꯦꯖꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯗꯣꯛꯇꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯔꯣꯌꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯀꯥꯗꯃꯤ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯂꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯥꯝꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯗꯣꯛꯇꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠ ꯊꯧꯔꯥꯡꯗ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯀꯟꯅꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯨꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯔꯣꯏꯕꯗ ꯋꯥꯇꯔ ꯏज ꯑ ꯂꯥꯏꯐ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯤꯡꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯦ ꯖꯤꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯅꯤ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯀꯟꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯇꯉꯥꯏ ꯐꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯊꯧ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯡꯍꯟꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩ
Manipur registered 3 fresh coronavirus cases and 0 deaths on Tuesday. The total COVID-19 tally has increased to 137,149, while the death toll has remained at 2,120. As per the Manipur COVID-19 Common Control Room, the positivity rate was recorded at 1.1%. The Manipur COVID-19 Common Control Room said a total of 271 samples were tested in the past 24 hours, detecting the fresh infections. The control room said 2 persons were discharged. The first project of Pamel Foundation, sponsored by Babina Group of Companies, began today, providing edible items to BB Paul Mental Development Home, Mongchangay, Imphal West. Babina Group of Companies Managing Director Dr. Dabali on the occasion said Pamel Foundation was set up on 15th of January at Classic Hotel, and that the main aim of this project is to help the children who suffer physically, mentally and economically. Pamel will also extend help to promote education, healthcare, games and sports and other activities. Babina Group of Companies will join hands together with Pamel to promote this project, Dabali said. The foundation will also visit different places to help children and elders every second Saturday of each month.
Non-profit voluntary organization and program and the register Toraba organization. Sigi Maru Pandam Classic Group of Hotels now. I have a foundation is sponsored Toraga Foundation Asina corporate social responsibility. The companies in society in the service people have the Matanga Sigi Pamel Foundation Sigi through the corporate social responsibility si Pangtok Navid Magta Semzabadu Foundation money.
Wangkai MLA Thangjam Arun Kumar, accompanied by a team of PHED officials, inspected the ongoing construction work of water treatment plants at 4 different locations of Wangkai constituency, Ningthempukri, Hatta Golabati, Kurai Lai Wangma and North AOC. The MLA said his constituency has been facing drinking water shortage for a long time, adding that once the plants are finished, the problem will be solved. These water treatment plants meant to solve the problem of water shortage in the constituency, he further said. The new project would be commissioned within 2 to 3 months, the MLA said, and expressed happiness over the upcoming uninterrupted water supply from the plants. Arun Kumar also said plants are afoot to clean local drains in his constituency before the onset of monsoon.
Hauji Wangkai Kendra the Single Sakaliva, Yam Praja, Sing Fanganava, Honor Riverki, Tabaki, Progress Equation, Yankins of Laksavani, Equigi, Musida, PhD department, officers, Mamma, Suya, Congress Laksavani, Tabaki Progressive William Noise, Maduri, within 2-3 months, Kimunga, High River, Faculty, Tabak, Shalaga, the Pradamiam, Sinsida, Luini Sings, Pangalani, Wangkai Kendra the Tumba, Sing Warambato. From the Piko and have a kind of walking of them, aduga aigi site gi su government bu thagachari sugumba yam progress leba thab singju uzabada.
Let's take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Karigumba dom yumda laiba anabasingi hidak kappa dressing tauba blood sample loba rice tube hapa catheterization hapa enema tobinaba experience lairaba nurse amati doctor thibada awaba thengnabirabadi wabiraganu Medland Home Nursing Care Service Manipurna pung kunmari chukna adom yumda latuna hidak kappa injection piba dressing tauba feeding tube hapa catheter hapa amadi makhal kya ge anabasing experience lairaba doctor amadi nursing tuna mating pangzari akupa marol gi damak Medland gi helpline number 9205987988 amukasu 9205987988 ta call toguna tanabiu natraga Google Play Store gi Medland app download toguna booking towi.
Welcome back after the break. Pony Television would like to correct an error made in the last sentence of the news heading report under the heading DMU students demand online examination lock PG block in protest should be read as in such a situation the students demand online examination. The error is regretted. BJP MLA Ledzamang Haukip on Friday visited Loktak project area of Henglep Assembly constituency in Manipur's Churachandpur district, where he extended financial aid to a family whose house was devoid of any roof and in a dilapidated condition. The MLA was accompanied by Deputy Commissioner Pawan Yadav of Churachandpur district and other officials, according to a report in East Mojo. During the visit, MLA Haukip said widows and persons with disabilities under Henglep Assembly constituency will be given priority when it comes to the government health scheme. He also asked the concerned people or relatives of such persons of the constituency to have Aadhaar registration, disability certificate with photo, death certificate of their near and dear ones, and others necessary documents ready and submit to him so that he can help them at the earliest. Nonay Battalion of Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarters 22 Sector Assam Rifles and Inspector General of Assam Rifles East under the Swachh Bharat Mission Abhiyan organized a lecture on general and personal hygiene and sanitation at village Hauchong, Nonay district, with an aim to promote a healthy and disease-free environment and to create an awareness on various hygiene and sanitation-related illnesses. An informative lecture was organized at village Hauchong, the Assam Rifles said. Locals were made aware of various water and foodborne diseases like typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, etc., and also about preventive measures about the same. With the advent of monsoon, special emphasis was also laid on dengue, malaria, chikungunya, and other vector-borne diseases. People were made aware of detrimental effects of stagnant water and marshy areas with unknown grass, as it can be a potential breeding ground for mosquitoes and other vectors. The importance of neat and clean surroundings and personal hygiene and sanitization was emphasized during the awareness drive. The government has decided to make precaution dose of COVID-19 vaccines available to above 18 population group from tomorrow at private vaccination centers. The Union Health Ministry said all those who are more than 18 years of age and have completed 9 months after the administration of second dose will be eligible for precaution dose. The ministry said about 96% of all above 15 population in the country have received at least one COVID-19 vaccine dose so far, while about 83% of above 15 population has received both the doses. More than 2 crore 40 lakh precaution doses have also been administered to healthcare workers, frontline workers, and above 60 population group. The ministry said 45% of 12 to 14 years of age group have also received the first dose. The ongoing free vaccination program through government vaccination centers for first and second dose to the eligible population, as well as precaution dose to healthcare workers, frontline workers, and above 60 population will continue. The National Assembly session in Pakistan to decide the fate of Prime Minister Imran Khan is yet to resume. The session, which began at 11 a.m. Indian Standard Time under the chairmanship of Speaker Asad Kaisar, was adjourned till 1 p.m. IST due to uproar in the House. Voting on the no-confidence motion against the Prime Minister is the fourth item on the day's agenda. The move comes after Pakistan's Supreme Court ruled that the dismissal of the no-confidence motion by Deputy Speaker Qasim Suri was unconstitutional. The Supreme Court had on Thursday ordered the government to hold voting on the motion today at all costs, according to the agenda issued for April 3 session, when the Deputy Speaker rejected the motion through a ruling declaring it unconstitutional and a foreign conspiracy. The Apex Court also reconstituted the National Assembly, which was dissolved by the President on advice of Imran Khan. Meanwhile, a meeting was held between the Treasury and opposition benches in the Speaker's chamber after the session was adjourned, where the opposition called for holding proceedings according to the Supreme Court's directives. India registered their first win against reigning world and Olympic champions, the Netherlands, in over a decade with a clinical 2-1 verdict in an FIH Women's Hockey Pro League match in Bhubaneswar. The Indians scored through Neha 11th minute and Sonika 28, both from penalty corners, to hand the home team a 2-0 lead at halftime. After the change of ends, the Netherlands scored from a penalty corner through Johnson Yibi in the 40th minute to reduce the margin. This was India's fourth win in the FIH Pro League. The victory took India to the second spot in the standings with 15 points from 7 games, while the Netherlands continued to lead the table with 17 points from as many matches. Before we wrap up with today's bulletin, the top news headlines once again. Man arrested with huge cache of drugs worth rupees 2.50 crore. Dana Manjuri University students demand online examination, log PG blog in protest. And birth of Manipuri cinema celebrated as Mummy Numit. That is the end of today's English Bulletin at 7 p.m. Stay tuned to Pony Television for more updates.